Hi. Despite my best efforts, my hair looks like trash. So I hope no one was here for my hair. Today will be pretty light because I just have some things that I want to plan ahead for, which I'll do right now. And these will be I wanna make a task for smaller games that I wanna make. What date is it today? 15th? Yeah. Um so okay. These okay. So I wanna do when I'm working on my big project, right? I wanna have some time for myself to do smaller projects as well. So I wanna make a task for that. So this is kind of not as clear what exactly this will be because smaller games can be a lot of things. I've been playing a lot of idle games, or as they're called now, incremental games. So at some point I'll be making probably one of them. I have some other games that I can finish. So what I want is a task list which I can look at. So I already have one sticky note here. So I'll just put um, tasks for smaller games. And this is not exactly sure how much this will be, right? There was one more thing I think I had in mind in terms of these sort of tasks. Oh, yeah. So, what I want to do is make a YouTube video, make two YouTube videos. So, these would be two parts of a series, and these would be related to Valorant. Basically, telling people who don't know how to play Valorant at all and just playing it for their friends, for them to help have more fun. So this is not really your typical, um, this is not the typical Valorant video where you get a lot of info on how to get better. But this is more a info on what the game is about and just in general how you can have more fun while just playing with a friend, right? So Valorant tutorials, I guess. So one part would be the script writing for this, right? Or rather the points, because what I do is I usually just write a bunch of points and then speak from my mind. But I might write a proper script for this as well. The problem is that these videos, when I write a script, it's harder to speak. So maybe I won't do that. Then there would be recording some footage. Um, let's say I give it 4 settings. Then what? So this is for recording footage and then editing. Let's say 3 sitting per video. Okay, cool. There's a lot of sitting sort of work. Okay. I actually just remembered, I completely forgot about this, but I actually have some SCP related stuff to do. So in the SCP Discord, you can put sort of your idea or whatever for critique, and other people can. It's called a crit swap. Basically, it's funny because it's sort of like my name. It's basically you exchange your idea with someone else. They critique your idea and you critique their idea. So that's what I did, and someone has offered me their draft that I need to see. So I'll do that now. I can actually do it on the stream as well because it's not like it's getting doxed or anything. So I'll open it in Edge or something, and then I'll show it to you. Okay. Um, let's see. Okay. So what I'll do is open this. As I said, I guess incognito works. Actually, not incognito. I need to go in guest mode because for some reason incognito I'm not able to share in OBS. Actually, let me try once because I should at least try to do that once. Sorry, I'm intensely staring at you. Yeah, I'm just. It can see this. Oh, you can. Okay, I guess that works. Let me reappear. Okay, huh? So this should be working. So I'll be looking at this and sort of making notes on making notes on it and sort of seeing like where. So what I have to do, what they have requested is for me to see grammar mistakes. So instance of this document exists. So see, I'm not sure if this is not a grammar mistake anyways, but is this just because it's a placeholder or like in work draft thing? So I'm just gonna copy this and correct this. Quickly. So 1, 2, and potentially 3. Because this is again, I don't really consider that mistake necessarily. People do speak like that. Okay. So here's where the grammars I started noticing some grammar mistakes. In the case, so I think this should be in case. So let's just copy this whole thing, right? Um is there a way? So let me actually open Discord. So you won't be able to see this. But what I wanna see is if I can message a bot, I guess works. So how okay, so I think double tildes they're called, I believe. Double tildes will create a strike through. I think that works. So in the case SCP, this arrives at. So this should be capitalized, I believe. Let's see. So okay, so it's capitalized here, but not here. So I guess it doesn't have to be. Every passenger present. So this can be shall. Now again, it really depends. It's very um subjective, sort of. Sorry, I'm just seeing that it's not properly adjusted, but it's something that is sort of subjective. Do you want this to be shall? Or do you want this to stay? Actually, one works, right? Shall be moved. How do you do underline in Discord? So this is actually, yeah, double. You do need to do double. What is underscore then? Underscore is the same. How would you do? Okay, so it's double underscore. And this is going to be a pain to put every time, but all right. I think this should still work, even it's slightly janky. Okay. Shall be moved to SCP. This let me use something like Grammarly. Now I do want to use AI, but I also, because again I think that is something that is AI is actually good at, but I will respect the general uh so in SCP Discord and in general the whole website is very much SC what do you call it? Anti-AI, which I respect. And I want to respect that. So in the case, let's at NYC, let's say metro station, every passenger present will be moved to sleeping. Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah. Okay. So free check. Let's see what it comes up with. Other than this, everything seems to be fine. So I think, let's see. Will versus shall. Will is commonly used to express future actions. Shall is more formal, often. Oh, this is AI. Um, will is mainly used when you give an order, suggest something, announce a decision, or to express willingness or ability to do something. When we initiate an action and also ask something to know, shall I cut the ribbon or will you cut the ribbon? We guarantee you will love the place. I shall wait for you. We shall be there tomorrow. Okay, reason place of will in specific is mainly used to make questions. So what I'm getting is it a bit formal? I'll be back. Okay, I should be back. Um, where was it? Where were we? Give orders or commands. Talk about the future. Ask or give a suggestion. Indicate something is sure to happen. So they're pretty similar, so we don't need to. Okay. So this is just my suggestion. I think shall sounds better. All passengers will in. So this is the same thing, right? I'll just copy paste this here. Given class this amnestics. Where's the one here? Is that in the actual thing as well? Oh, this is just the footnote. We'll do footnotes at the end. All passengers shall then. Let's also compare with another SCP. Which SCP, in which SCP do you come in contact with something and then you have to move people or something like that? Let's see the stag. Because at the way list, I know that they have some procedural procedures. They will are exchanged. But this is also a procedure, right? Straight up. What else? It's hard to think of a specific SCP suddenly, or anything to be honest. Let's try 682. Not 682, sorry. 602, is that correct? Lol. Virus. 217. Not this. What is this? Um, 610, yes. 610, okay. Let's see. Hmm. Not exactly clear because most of these are actually in first person. Hmm. What about the... Okay, wait. Eight metrics. I think they will be referred. Okay, so they do use will. So you know what? I'm gonna remove this because everyone is using will. I still think shall makes some sense, but maybe I'm wrong. All passengers will then be given plus the memory of the encounter is to be replaced with the memory of accidentally boarding this. One person handling. Is this weird grammar? Which again seems to be fine. So I wanna say that maybe shall no middle needs second opinion. Okay, let's move on. Foundation web crawlers are to search the web for any footage or mention of Foundation personnel handling SCP. If any medium meeting the criteria is found, it will be handled on a case by case basis. Sounds good. So I think this shouldn't be here. In case SCP arrives at this metro station, every passenger present will be moved to SCP. This all passengers will then be given. Okay. SCP this occurs. The aftermath will be handled on a case by case basis. Testing on SCP has been suspended indefinitely. Why can't we test it? So again, stuff like this, I'm not sure if this is intentional or not. Seems the containment procedures are safe enough for that. I got a notification on my phone for some reason. Ignore it. Okay. It is, right? Yeah, because it is, what do you call it? Positional. Like it talks about position. It's, and I think there should be a question mark though. So the other thing that they ask for, so I'll go through the things that they are asking for, which is how bad is the grammar? Is the dialogue good? And if not, what are the problems and where? What do you think of addendum 3 specifically? What do you understand the theme to be? And would ending be more satisfying if it ends with an updated version of the document with corrected information? Uh, how long is this? Let's just go through it actually before I move any further because I don't know the themes and everything yet. So I'm gonna do this is my live reaction. I can share it, I guess. Okay. So I'll start from here. I've been sent this document for review. I've been sent this document for review before deletion of some content. This doesn't make full sense to me. I thought I'd just get it done quick. This also doesn't make sense. I thought should, I would just get it done quick. So I'm just going to turn on voice record. So yeah, this also maybe not the best. Okay. In the case, in case SCP arrives at, in the case SCP arrives, both work, I think. But I think I like in case SCP arrives at next this metro station more. Every passenger present will be moved to SCP. All passengers then, all passengers will then be given class amnestics. An amnestic created for on-the-go replacement of a specific memory within a person's mind, first developed for use in SCP access containment. The memory of the SCP-X encounter is to be replaced with the memory of accidentally boarding SCP-X. All personnel handling SCP-X in the field are to be in plain clothes. I think this makes more sense if you're saying all personnel in charge of or in duty or something like that. Foundation web crawlers are to search the web for any footage or mention of Foundation personnel handling SCP-XXX. I think this also makes sense to more put it like um or to keep an eye on the web, something like that. Let's see in the SCP website. So if I go to SCP website, we can search the word web crawlers. It's a very common word. So if I go to search, should be somewhere here. Lowest rated is fine. Um, yeah, search. Off the top of my mind, I can also probably find a few search, a few web crawlers. Scan all portions. SCP real, what is this? Ensure monitor all activity, something like that, right? Monitor the Google Maps database. Yeah, so what is this? This is a reel or something? What is this? Less than giga, that's fun. It seems funny. I really want to read this later. Why is this not loading? Website is really jank. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so I think that is better. Or to search the web because this doesn't make sense properly. For any footage I mention of this, I'm gonna put this somewhere here as well. Uh, I think just replacing the word search with monitor makes it already better. Okay. This also could be a bit more concise, but I'm not really editing this. I'm just talking about grammar here. I guess I can put a note here. Be concise. More concise. Okay. If this occurs, aftermath will be handled on a case-by-case basis. Testing on, I guess this could have like a note before this. Would be an update or not. Why can't we test it? It it seems either this or it would be it seems. So it seems because even in informal language you wouldn't really just say seems the containment. It doesn't make that much sense. Okay. SCP-X is a standard Copenhagen DSB metro train, which will manifest as if it was arriving from another station to Nook's Plaid. So first of all, this I'm assuming should be capitalized. Just copy this. Not a location mark. Okay. Which will manifest as if it were. So when do you use this? Let's see if free grammar can help us. We'll try this and then we'll try verb both and see what it says. Which I think verb makes sense, right? As if it was or as if it were. Let's see. Huh? So technically this would be as it seems like that. As if it is. I'm gonna put a note here. Which one as if it were more formal. Arriving as if it were arriving from another station to I'm not giving this a place's name or something. After SCP has left Nixblarge, the second time through the M3 city line. Wait, what? After SCP It will vanish. Wait, wait, wait. This doesn't make sense. SCP-X is a standard Copenhagen DSB Metroid which will manifest as if it were arriving or it was arriving from another station to Nuxplar. After SCP-X has left Nuxplar a second time, a second time, to the M3. So I think this should be capital as well. City line. It will vanish. It is unknown what location SCP-X resides in when it is unknown what location SCP-X resides in when not in the Copenhagen metro system, or if it dematerializes. SCP-X only arrives once a month on a random day. I think you could just drop this because this feels weird to put a comma and then two nukes flat. Also, this grammar side just didn't seem to work. Um, two doesn't make sense, right? Arrives on only materializes once a month. So this whole thing, because arrives to next year. It does make sense. This is just my suggestion. These are in brackets. The brackets one are suggestion. SCP-X1 is an event which occurs when SCP-X enters Nuxplar when starting the M3 city ring line, which affects passengers who missed out on the train after it left Nuxplar. The specifics are not constant. Generally, it results in adverse effects are not constant. To the passengers, this should be mental and physical health, generally including trauma. Can Oxford comma be used just in two things? Can Oxford comma be used for two things? List of three or more items, so this shouldn't be here. I think it's incorrect. I'm not fully sure. Let's actually try the some grammar check. Grammar check. So this is the one we tried before. Let's see if this works. I forgot to lead. I do want to fix, but I don't want to do this. Okay. So this is a. That's the thing. Now there is like, I don't think there is a unneeded comma. Yeah. I think it is correct. This one seems to be working. I'm not sure this is AI or not though. If this is working, then let's also try. Um, eh, it's fine. We can just move ahead. Okay, SCP-X2 is a mimetic. So, it's an event which occurs when SCP and the internet cloud when it's starting enters. This seems very confusing. The starting line is a mimetic effect which occurs when SCP arrives to Nook's cloud is starting the M3 line. That will make anyone affected believe that an event described as gruesome or terrible will occur and has occurred. This is very rough. I want to be clear about it. I'm not being mean to this person. I really don't want to be. It's just that I do need to also say that something is bad. Otherwise, I will just say, oh, this could be artistic or this could be, not wrong. Well, that's the help I'm trying to provide, which is to correct it, right? So I need to like enforce myself like, oh, okay, my help is needed and I do need to recognize something is wrong so that I can help fix it. Because a lot of the times I will just hand wave things saying that, oh, this is fine, like it's not that important. But if someone is asking help something regarding something specific, then I think I should give it. The moment effect which occurs when SCP arrives. So the issue is that will make something will make anyone affected believe that an event described as gruesome and or terrible, we can just forget about this, an event will occur and has occurred, and so the affected will try to enter SCP-X to avoid this event. So this is the issue. If I remove this, right, if I just remove this, what is left is uh, so I'm condensing all of this to just something, and I'm condensing this, I'm just removing this. So something will make anyone affected believe that an event will occur and has occurred. And so the affected will try to enter SCPX to avoid this event. How would you fix this though? So will occur can just be cut out. Or you can put and or will and or has already occurred. So that is the first thing, right? Um, so let me just copy paste this first. So SCP-XXX2 will make anyone affected. This also can be made that makes anyone affected. Makes anyone affected believe that an event. So this whole thing could be much more concise to begin with, right? So let's see. As it makes anyone affected believe that an event described as gruesome and or terrible. Again, this is like sort of odd because why these two words specifically, right? It could be a choice, but this is something that I need to confirm, right? Has occurred. This is one way to fix it. You just say has occurred. And the affected will try to SCP. So you don't need to put so because everything else is implied, right? And you explain why. So why do you say so? And so the affected will try to escape, let's just say, right? I'm just gonna remove this and just say escape. Try to, let's say, jump out the window. Escape. I just want to confirm that the affected will try to this to this, right? We have this jump out the window to escape. Now, and so the affected will try to jump out. So when you say so, it already implies that this is the reason. Then you don't need to give another reason, right? So I think you can remove the so from here. Reads is smoother. SCP-X2 makes anyone affected believe that an event described as gruesome and or terrible has occurred. I'm not sure if this comma is needed. So we can remove this for now and see how it reads. Anyone believe that an event has occurred? Yeah, comma is needed. And the affected will try to enter SCPX to avoid this event. The other way is by actually putting this in brackets works much better, doesn't it? Described as gruesome that an event will occur, has occurred. Again, I think so is definitely going out. And the affected will try. So let's put this as one part of the fix, right? Which is the second part of the fix is for sure this. We remove this O. Then the first part of the fix could be uh having this. What else was there? So there's this also, which is we are sort of repeating this. So this needs to be confirmed. I think what I want to do now after reading this much is go to them. I'll message them and say that I want to talk and mention my issues with the thing and figure out if I can discuss something with them live, because otherwise writing a lot of questions might get a bit tedious. I'll share some of this with them and see what they say. I'm still not sure. I thought I would just get it done quick. Is this correct, Gamma? No mistakes detected. Double click for AI alternatives. Wow. Quickly. Right. I remember this actually. Let's just get it done quickly. Um, so there are two justs here. Okay. I've been sent this review for till. Okay, back to this. There's actually an issue with this, which is this says in case or in the case, whatever this arrives. But the way it's described, it arrives every time in once a month, right? So it should be phrased differently. Still, this feels a bit weird, this part. Uh, all personnel handling this in the field. What about this? All on-site personnel. Uh, assigned to CP to be in places. Okay, that was fun. Let me see my idea critic once, because I think definitely there is some. I can show it to you actually. So let me just copy paste this quickly. Okay. So let's full screen this, move it here. So this is still leaving 5 pixels at the bottom. Just not full screen, right? Okay. Yeah. So a story that serves as an introduction to SCP by putting the reader in the shoes of a character. They both learn about the history of the SCP Foundation. Central narrative. A story of a high school college student as she suspects that a whole day has been erased from reality. Seeing that nobody else seems to remember, she starts to gather clues, making her suspicion stronger. Eventually, a strange phenomena happens. Before anyone could tell what's happening, a group of people dressed like soldiers raid her school and are doing some procedure. Suspecting foul play, she leaves a mark on her body. The cycle repeats and she collects more evidence, eventually finding out about the existence of a mysterious foundation that seems to be messing with reality. Are they helping save it? Attention grabber for the SCP peeps, a story between the lines with a subtle hint and context towards a greater threat. For the non-SCP peeps, a story about a mysterious organization. Additional notes. I was planning to write this myself, but I thought of posting it here as well. If I get this greenlit, that would be nice, and any critic is welcome. This would be my first big writing project that I intend to see, so opens to collapse as well. So that's it. Um, cool. That was fun. Um, yeah, I forgot how much work this is though. This sort, especially like when it's a lot of stuff that they have written and I have to go through it. A lot of work, but it's fun. Like it's fulfilling sort of work. Okay. Anyways, let me think. So what else? Really been feeling about the SCP story thing. I wanna get it moving. For the game thing, I actually ended up taking one step back, but two steps forward. So basically, I dropped some of the things that I was working on, but I have, I think, so basically, I had some things that I had already planned for it, but now I'm planning to go back and rework on some of my old work, which is a good sign as well because when I feel like the old wasn't good enough and now I wanna, improve on it, that's a good sign, I think. How long has this been? Does it say 50? I'm getting old. 58 minutes. Okay. That's good. That's kind of good. Um, Let me see what all tasks I have and if I'm interested in doing any of them anytime soon. Probably not right now, but actually also tomorrow I need to get my laundry. Um, Tomorrow is 16th, right? Laundry. Okay. Now, I have to order food as well. What time is it? 7:35. Okay, we have time. Okay. So icons, SCP ideation, story chapters. What is this? Story overview or something? Oh my goodness. This is just gibberish. Actually, this gibberish. Um Chapter one of the story. New diary, which I worked a little bit on with these cool little things. Cat meme. Oh yeah, this is the post that I wanted to make on my Reddit account. Okay, that is simple. We can do that quickly, but I'm not doing it right now. Valorant montage, review of these two games, tasks for smaller games, Valorant tutorials, and editing. Okay, nothing right now. Honestly, I'm still a bit, lazy, but it's good to see these things that I have the potential of doing. I played Valorant with my sister today for the first time, which was really, really fun. We had a lot of fun. I think she enjoyed it a lot as well. I'm thinking, do I want to play more? And I think I think let me see. Let me open Valorant and see if any of my friends or anyone is like online. I I have been enjoying spending time with my sister a lot, which is I don't know, it's kind of fun. It is we don't get to as much, and she's growing older, which is nice because it's I can share more and more of my um hobbies and stuff with her, so that's nice. I think I'll go now. So yeah, hope you're doing well. I would give you a chocolate if you were here, but because I bought some to share with my friends. But yeah, take care. Hope you're doing well, and see you soon. Bye bye.